Hey, Pastor said, I told you I'd make a video for you. The other one got lost and then I couldn't send it because it was too long. So here it is. I talked to the millennials that I am connected to, and basically these are the responses that I got. Why do millennials leave the church? A lot of them feel like they're being judged. A lot of the older saints are not reaching out to them or trying to disciple them. They don't have programs at their churches that really speak to that age group. So a lot of them don't feel like they have a place in the church that they are attending. Another reason is that people are not being authentic in their walk with Christ, and so they're not seeing authentic examples of Christ in the churches. They are seeing a lot of hypocrisy, and that hypocrisy is turning them off. Also, there is a lack of Christian education in the churches. Millennials, they want to learn more about the Bible than just Sunday morning and Bible study. They want to do deep teaching. They want to dig down into the historical context of the Bible and explore the different biblical figures and biblical events that we read about and don't really have the time to delve into on Sunday morning, but they're very interested in that. Also, they would like to see singles ministries and women's ministries, etc., that are not so superficial. They would like to see these ministries really try to reach the heart of women and not just be about show and about appearances. They really want to see deep deliverances and breakthroughs taking place in these types of ministries. And also they would love sound doctrine. They want sound doctrine in the church. They don't want these fluffy feel-good messages. They want some real solid teaching in the church. And so they're searching for that. They're not so bent on positions and titles, even though some of them hold those. They're not really bent on position and titles as much as they are really growing in God and really connecting with a church and really getting out there and doing work in the community. They like community service work. They want to see the church operate outside of the four walls. They want to see the church going out into urban areas, into low income and poverty-stricken areas, and really making a difference in the lives of people out there in the community who may never make it to the church. Now, why do millennials stay in the church? Millennials recognize that they really do need God. They really recognize that without Him, they are nothing. They can do nothing. They can be nothing. They realize that in Him, they move, they breathe, and they have their being. And so they're willing to overlook a lot of things in the church just so that they can maintain that connection, that spiritual connection. They're willing to overlook some things in the church so that they can have a place of worship, a place of refuge, a place of edification, and a place of growth. And so that's primarily what I gathered. And I kept it really short. Now, I have lots and lots of notes that I can send you that would really detail, because there were a lot. They gave a lot of great insight on a lot of things. But I'm keeping it brief for the sake of the time of the video, because I want to be able to send it. But primarily, millennials aren't leaving churches in general. They're leaving churches where they're not getting what they need. And they're searching for those churches that have what they need. And now with online churches and live streaming churches, that expands their options without them having to go and visit churches. They can get what they need via the internet, even though it may not be the ideal setting, because we know we shouldn't forsake the assembling of ourselves together. They're tired of games, they're tired of lies, and they're tired of being in churches that aren't interested in having them there. They want to operate in their spiritual gifts, because we have some anointed millennials that are called to the fivefold ministry, and yet we're not utilizing their gifts. They have Holy Spirit giftings and callings that we're not utilizing simply because we're dismissing them because of their age. And so millennials are looking for a place where they can thrive. And so they're not leaving church. They're leaving specific churches where they're not getting what they need. So I pray that this fulfilled the assignment. Thank you, Pastor said. Love you. You have a blessed day.